Welcome to the MERLIN website. In this short tutorial, we introduce you to the MERLIN platform and guide you through its most important functionalities. The first two chapters focus on fundamental functions. Chapters 3 and 4 show you the full range of what you can do with MERLIN. MERLIN is a learner corpus that offers access to about 2,300 written texts by learners of German, Italian and Czech. The texts were extracted from standardized language tests, and they are reliably related to the levels of the CEFR. You can find a lot of background information about the corpus, the annotations, and much more in the left vertical section of the platform. For now, we will focus on the MERLIN search options. To view full learner texts, go to Define a subcorpus. Here, you can select texts you are particularly interested in. To give an example, let's suppose you're interested in learners of German who took a test on CEFR level B1 but were rated B2. In addition, you could specify your learners L1 or single learner language features that appear in their texts. Now, give your selection or subcorpus a title. And go to Define Subcorpus and Show Texts. You will now have access to your subcorpus for 24 hours. Here we see the first 8 out of 20 total hits to our exemplary search. For each text, you see the target language, the rating, and the learner's mother tongue. More information about the test format and the learner can be found here. Let's now look at one of the texts. You see the original learner text and a minimally corrected variant, the so-called target hypothesis. To find out what that means, consult MERLIN annotations. These texts can be downloaded as simple text or as PDF files. Your subcorpus can now be explored with a full range of MERLIN search options. To search single words in MERLIN texts and see them in context, go to the simple search. Let us suppose you want to search for the German word Grüße. To help you out with Umlaute or diacritics, there's an integrated keyboard available. Here you can decide whether you want to search for the word in the original learner text or in the corrected version, the target hypothesis. Also, you can decide if you want to search in the whole MERLIN database or only in your subcorpus. There's always the little I symbol in case you need further explanations regarding the search options. The output shows the search word in its context. There were 243 hits in the corpus. You also get detailed information regarding the learner and the overall rating the text received. You have direct access to the tasks and a detailed task analysis. Just scroll down to page 3 of the document to find the task itself. You can also access the detailed ratings for the single rating criteria. And just like in the Define a Subcorpus section, in the simple search, you can view the full learner text and the target hypothesis. In many cases, it's not very meaningful to look for simple words. That's why MERLIN texts were annotated. There's a markup of selected features of learner language that you can search for on the interface. Typical examples are grammatical or orthographical errors. Use the advanced search, where you can search for a word or a lemma or a sequence of either. To give you a first example, let's look for grammatical errors in connection with the verb fahren. To find all forms of the verb, choose Lemma. Under Feature, choose the type of error that you can further narrow down here. To give you another example, it's also possible to search for a combination of two words or for a combination of a word and the part of speech category of a following word. For example, you can find instances of the verb fahren followed by a preposition. To choose the part of speech, please choose a language first. Now you can choose the part of speech preposition from the drop-down menu and search. This is your search output. It looks a little different from the rest of MERLIN because the external software ANIS was integrated. That procedure allowed to better visualize the complex MERLIN annotations. Here you can see where you searched, how many hits your search led to, and the query in the ANIS query language. On the upper part, you always have access to references and help. In this area, the search output is shown. To get a better view, you can hide the left section of the page here. You now see the lemma you looked for in its immediate context that you can enlarge till up to 25 tokens per side. The tiers of the result table refer to MERLIN annotations. You can find many explanations in the glossary under abbreviations. If you need more information about the structure of the annotations and examples from the corpus, please go to MERLIN Annotations. To switch back to our search output, we go back to the original browser tab. If you want to learn more about the ratings of the text you're looking at, or if you're interested in more information regarding the learner, click on the I symbol. From the Statistics section, you can retrieve information on the frequency of learner language features. For German, you also have access to a number of more complex statistical measures. You have the option to show these measures for the entire corpus, your subcorpus, or a concrete text that you may have found in the simple search or in the section Define a subcorpus. Now, there are 4 types of measures available. First of all, you might want to know how frequent a feature is. For example, how many word order errors in main clauses the MERLIN learners of German make. Now you choose the feature category Grammar and word order errors in main clauses. Under Corpus, choose All German texts. In the output, you can see that this error occurs 530 times in the German corpus. If you click on the number of hits, you will be forwarded to the output of the advanced search. There, you can look at every single occurrence in the context of each learner text. Secondly, in the Statistics section, you can compare feature frequencies in different groups of texts. To that purpose, you can calculate the relative frequency of a feature per sentence or per token. An example would be to calculate the average number of grammatical errors in texts rated B1 versus texts rated B2. Thirdly, you can also find out to what degrees learners manage to produce error-free language. To that purpose, you can display the percentage of error-free language per sentence or per token. Furthermore, for German, there's a number of measures regarding syntactical, morphological, and lexical complexity available. Please refer to the user manual and the documentation sections of the MERLIN platform to find out more about these statistical measures, the project background in general, and about how to use the search options. The user manual is downloadable in the documentation section, along with many other supporting documents. But now, enjoy working with MERLIN!